to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. See, now you're as vain as me. You hide your cheaters. Well,
I wore my special, really colorful cheaters today. My grandma cheaters.
see, I hide my cheaters over here, and I try not to put them on during the show. See, now I've already insulted my guest. I just feel terrible about it. I just feel horrible about it. Bill Passalacqua is here, and we are going to talk about a wide variety of subjects, as it's wonderful to get here, Bill, here in the off season.
Yeah, we got nothing happening.
You got nothing going on. This is so cool.
Just sit around all day, play guitar.
That is a wonderful way to spend an afternoon. I imagine. I've done it playing tuba. I've never sat around all day playing guitar, but yes, I do it playing tuba from time to time. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and you just see two guys talk to each other. That's what we're going to do. But we're going to talk about a lot of fun ways that you can help bring music into Southern Illinois, as well as maybe enrich your life in numerous ways. Here on Big Talk today, as Bill is the founder of Poss Music Works up in Effingham, and points all over.
We go all over from Champaign south to the end of Illinois.
So Champaign to Cairo, so there you go.
Yeah.
Up north of Champaign, just gets too cold.
They don't need us up there.
They really don't.
Like Monticello, we can do some things like, or Tuscola, that kind of area we can go to. But
we'll get into all that here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's tell you all about what's going on here on this beautiful day. It is Monday, October 23rd. Monday, October 23rd. And over in Odin, Illinois, we'll start out over there in Marion County. The Gospel Lighthouse Church, they are putting on a food distribution today. It's the Helping Hands Ministry at the Gospel Lighthouse Church in Odin. They're having a drive-through food distribution. It's going to be from 10 o'clock this morning until noon. So if you're watching the show right now, or if you have some friends who might need some help, by all means, tell them to head over to the Gospel Lighthouse Church over in Odin. They'll help you out today. Like I say, drive-through. This might be one of those where they just pop the trunk and throw stuff in for you. I'm not sure how it works, but they'll help you out over there. What else going on today? Over in Centralia, and this is something that folks all over Southern Illinois have started and are at various levels of getting ready for. From 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock today, it is the Get Ready for the 2024 Great American Eclipse Meeting. On April 8th, 2024, and you're probably going to have this beat into your head over the next 7 or 8 months. Another total solar eclipse will be happening, and Centralia has a front row seat. Get ready to view this incredible event by coming to one of their monthly workshops leading up to the date of totality, as you'll learn just what exactly an eclipse is and why they happen, how to safely view one. You don't want to look just like up at it, how to safely view one, and how to photograph it without ruining your eyes or your camera. There's also going to be arts and crafts. The event will be held upstairs at the Munkin Activity Room, accessible by elevator and stairs. Again, that's in the Centralia Library this afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, in Salem at the Marion County Genealogical Society, they have their monthly meetings. They do these, I believe it's the fourth Monday every month from 6 to 7 o'clock today. This is a good one. I got to tell you, I'm a creep. I feel terrible that I have, but I have to admit it. I'm kind of a creepy guy, and this is Myron Lloyd will be there to discuss funeral practices. Past and present.
Interesting.
I mean, don't you wonder how people used to do things that, they don't do them that way anymore, that kind of stuff?
Well, sure, yeah. But I mean, that...
Is it creepy that I've read like
morbid,
2 or 3,
perhaps?
Yeah, morbid. That's probably a better word.
Yeah, it doesn't make me want to stay away from.
He's leaving. It was good for Bill to be here. We appreciate Bill's
time has flown.
But yeah, that'll be tonight. I'm not going to make it. I've got things. I've got elsewhere I have to be. But that sounds like an interesting thing for you folks over in Salem at the Brian Bennett Library tonight again from 6 to 7 p.m. If you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, by all means, Clay County Health Department's got another clinic today at 9 o'clock. I believe it's 9 till 10 or 9 till 11. So right now you can probably still get down there and get your flu shot. Again, this is at the Clay County Clinic or Clay County Health Department. They will be having the flu shot from 9 to 4 today. I was wrong. 9 a.m. till 4 o'clock, and also at the Ingraham Bank today from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. So if you haven't had your flu shot, I had mine. Slick as a whistle, no problem. Just a little soreness for about 2 or 3, 4 hours, but other than that, it was just fine. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? October 23rd is National Horror Movie Day. National Horror Movie Day happens on October 23rd. If you love a good fright, today is the perfect day to promote the beauty and cathartic thrills of being scared by great horror movies. Horror movies have been around since it says here 1886. I can't believe that. When French filmmaker Georges Méliès created a film called Le Manoir du Diable. That's the Haunted Castle. And that does make sense. I didn't realize they were that. I thought it was like 1900. The film was a mere 3 minutes long and included witches, demons, and special effects that created supernatural occurrences. Since then, horror movies have evolved into several different genres that consist of common elements, such as the 3 major horror movie genres. Fear and suspense horror movies aim to make the audience feel fear or anxiety. Supernatural or paranormal horror films involve supernatural or paranormal phenomena, and such as ghosts, demons, and monsters. That's pretty funny. And then psychological horror movies delve into the psychological aspects of fear by exploring themes like insanity, obsession, breakdown of the human psyche. You knew I was going to ask you. Do you like horror movies?
I've been watching the Stephen King's, it's a show based on Stephen King's book, The Outsider.
Oh, really?
And it's a horror movie, or horror show. It's a whole series.
You know, I saw that, and I saw the word The Outsider was going to be some new TV show. I just thought somebody was making a show, remaking The Outsiders from S.E. Hinton, but that's not what it is.
No, this is a horror movie, and it's or a horror show. It's really great. I've really been enjoying it.
What's your? Do you have a favorite horror movie of all time, or do you even do you pay any attention?
The Omen, Damien,
Really?
The Omen.
No
Remember
kidding.
that? Yeah.
Because you like Gregory Peck, Leah Remick.
I think it was.
They do a nice job.
I think it was because I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
And so all that religious horror stuff really gets me.
It would resonate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like I believed in the devil and stuff. So
Yeah.
but
Well, like you say, I always like I'm a stickler for Halloween. I just love how John Carpenter put the music, and I mean basically the first slasher movie. I don't get into I never got into Freddy Krueger or anything much since then. But
I never got to the slasher thing. It never really got me. The Shining.
The Shining's wonderful.
I mean, wow, what a great show.
The Shining's wonderful. But you talk about they say Psycho counts as a horror movie.
Sure.
It's psychological thriller. You got a gal. Speaking of slashers,
The Bird's really.
isn't The Bird's fun?
Oh my God! It still affects me when I see like a big bunch of crows.
Big fly, the murmuration when you see. Well, you'll see those more now with all the seeds on the road. The corn.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, with all the corn on the road, you see the gigantic flocks of crows and stuff. Well, you see, I hadn't thought about The Birds, but that makes a ton of sense.
Signs? Have you seen Signs?
I made it through about the first half an hour of Signs. I just thought this was silly.
Oh, really?
I didn't make it any farther.
Yeah.
I didn't make. I
I thought it scared me.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said that. You know why today is National Horror Movie Day? October 23rd is Sam Raimi's birthday.
Really?
Yes. So this celebrates. They were looking for a day to pick near Halloween, and Sam Raimi's birthday today. Sam Raimi, the director of the Evil Dead series, as well as a lot of stuff. So he's a very popular director. If you've never heard of who Sam Raimi is, what else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Boston Cream Pie Day, so that might be better than horror movie for some. It serves up a delicious dessert on October 23rd each year. Pie lovers, move along. Cake lovers, pull up a chair. This is a cake with an identity crisis. Boston Cream Pie is a chocolate-frosted, custard-filled cake loved by millions. And I will ask you, what decade do you think this pie was invented? At Boston's Parker House Hotel by French chef Monsieur Augustin Francois Onezin. I will give you a decade leeway. I'm going to give you 30 years of leeway.
Wow.
I'm wanting to help you. I'm going to give you a prize if you win.
Okay, I'm not going to win. I have no idea.
Just guess. You could.
1830s.
So close. 1856.
What's within 30 years?
Well, I was saying 30 years total. I wasn't saying 30 years each way.
Oh, okay. So 15 years each way. I get you. Okay.
I'll still give you a prize.
I get a prize.
Yeah, I'll give you a prize. So there's some good-looking Boston cream pies right there. I think that Cervati is a company that does them. So this
Boston
is
cream pie.
Yeah, look at that thing. It's got fancy pumpkin things in the middle.
Spider web or something.
Yeah.
It's a spider.
A golden yellow sponge cake soaked in vanilla syrup, filled with a generous layer of Bavarian cream. I wonder if that's fattening. No, surely not. Surely not. Surely not. What else is going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, one other national event. This is the day the swallows depart from San Capistrano. The famous cliff swallows of San Capistrano leave town every year in a swirling mass near the day of San Juan. October 23rd, they head for their winter vacation spot 6,000 miles south in Goya, Argentina. Each year, they return about March 19th. Their migration has been marked for generations. As there's one of them. He's got a bug in his mouth, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Of course, you see these things. These are not the swallows that you'll see out in the barn, but they are close. They are. You'll see these things out in the fields. Swallows have long, narrow wings, forked tails, and weak, tiny feet. As incredibly graceful in flight, they feed on the wing-catching insects in their wide mouths. So there you go. It's to learn more about cliff swallows if you like. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen, tonight? Baseball. There is baseball tonight here on Monday, the 23rd. It's potential. Now, we're shooting this on Friday. So, potential, these games may not be played. But I think this one's going to go. Game 7, if necessary, between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. They're tied up 2 apiece right now as we shoot this. So I think there's a pretty good shot that they'll have a 7th game. Also, the Diamondbacks would have Game 6 tonight at 4:07. That's on TBS Channel 632. And the Texas Rangers will be on Fox Sports 1, Channel 610. Also, tonight, NFL football. The 49ers are at the Minnesota Vikings. That's on ESPN Channel 601. Bill Passalacqua is here, and we are going to talk about Poss Music Works as well as what he's got up his sleeve. Not much. He's wearing short sleeves today. And we'll do that when we return. You're watching Big Talk right after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My guest today is Bill Passalacqua. He is back. We usually see Bill over the springtime as we're getting ready for the Moxon Creek Festival. Good to have you here as you're a little bit less busy right now, aren't you?
Don't I look relaxed?
You really look very relaxed.
Yeah, I feel that way.
How are things going? How are things going with you, Bill? You having a good time?
You know, it's been an interesting year. We delved into. I finally sort of took on this grant writing role as the executive director of Poss Music Works.
Well, Poss Music Works has been around for years and years now, like 4 or 5 years.
We're in our seventh year, yeah.
7 year, okay.
Yeah. Sixth, I guess, 6.5 years. But so I finally got into grant writing, and we were awarded 3 grants this year.
Wonderful.
Well, we were awarded one of them last year, but we didn't get it. We still haven't got it. We're still working on it.
Really?
Yes. This is going to surprise you, but this stuff is complicated.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
The reporting requirements are somewhat extensive. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Folk Singer School did not prepare me for this.
Folks, okay, then stop. We'll get back to the grants in a second. What exactly did Folk Singer School prepare you for?
The things I learned in Folk Singer School include always wipe the toilet down before you use it. There's never a reason to not do that, you know. So you live on the road. That's just how you live. I taught my child that.
Well, that makes sense.
As soon as you started using public restrooms.
I guess, I hadn't really thought about that, but that makes a ton of sense. I try to avoid public restrooms so I don't deal with that. But
well, you can't do that.
But you can't avoid it on the road, can you?
Yeah. In fact, my child was raised on the road. We lived in an RV and then a bus, but we didn't use the bathroom in the
RV.
Maybe too intimate. Maybe I shouldn't share all this, but
you could go. Right. I mean, it's interesting. I find it interesting. I mean, of course, then again, I'm the guy who wanted to see about funerals in the 1800s.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's how you are. Yeah. But Blue was 5 months old when we hit the road, and in an RV, and we intentionally kept him in diapers and didn't potty train him till he was 3 years old because we didn't want him to have to use public restrooms.
How old is he now? 17?
He'll be 15 in January.
Oh, okay. So
he's a big boy. He's big, tall as me.
It's a little late to contact the DCFS on you.
And the reason that he potty trained himself, really.
Really?
It was his birthday, third birthday, and we were on the Delbert McClinton Sandy Beaches Blues Cruise.
Okay.
And he realized that if he was wearing a diaper, he couldn't go to the kids. They
couldn't go to the pool or
the
whatever.
kids thing. No,
Yeah.
it was like they had a kids area where you could go and spend like 4 or 5 hours during the day with other kids, and so he'd have to leave after a little bit because we couldn't stay with him, right? And so
Yeah.
I said, as long as you're in a diaper, you can't go. He said, that's easy enough, and he just never used a diaper again. And we were taken by surprise. He only had one pair of underwear on the cruise.
So he had to rewear the underwear at least, but
I hate telling that story. But
that is a great story.
It's kinda funny.
You know who's going to hate it more? Blue.
Yeah, he's in Canada right now.
Well, that's probably for the best. Okay, all right. You're getting into grant writing for POS Music Works.
Yeah.
And what exactly do let's tell folks what exactly is POS Music Works?
POS Music Works is a not-for-profit organization based in Effingham, Illinois.
Okay.
And our goal and our mission is to enrich our culture with musical events, musical-related media like our podcast, and we do open mics, we do youth open mics, we do youth music features, songwriting seminars, and retreats. But our biggest events are our festivals.
Right.
We bring festivals to Effingham, Illinois, to McAnda, Illinois, and then we also have a retreat in McAnda, and we also produce the music for the Salem 4th of July every year.
That's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
it's really
Salem thing.
really growing.
That's a nice thing. The thing that folks maybe don't realize, whenever we talk about the Moxon Creek Festival from time to time, they don't realize that that's a nonprofit. I mean, that is a nonprofit event. This is not. You're not lining your pockets at all with this, is it?
No, no. I to put it to understate the matter. Yes, but no, I do. I'm the director of POS Music Works, and I tell people our budgets are, this is probably public information anyway, but our budget is about $250,000 every year.
Yeah.
And my pay as executive director, by far the highest paid person in the organization, is $20,000.
Yeah.
That's all the money combined that I got, including for performances and everything.
Yeah. Well,
so we are a great investment for people, not just because they underpay me.
Yeah.
But my point is,
Sure.
a lot of not-for-profits pay their CEOs or executives.
Well, that's the other thing. I've got here. I did pull the mission statement. By the way, if folks want to take a look at that. About POS Music Works, and I've got that as well as how folks can make donations.
Oh, thank you.
To POS Music Works, and we're going to talk about that. I tell you what, let's do, Bill. Let's take a quick break. We're going to talk a little bit more about what POS Music Works, what the things they do in the community, and then we're going to get into maybe we might give you a few hints about the big stars coming up next.
I'll tell them.
You're going to tell it?
I'll tell them.
See, I thought you were waiting for your big reveal next week.
Well, we did a sneak peek on our podcast, so people can go there and find out.
Well, we'll talk about the podcast too here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Bill Passalacqua. Which do you prefer?
I just go by Bill Poss because it's so much easier.
Yeah, well, that's Bill Poss.
People get scared when they hear that long last name.
I got to tell you, I was upstairs telling the gals that you were going to be coming in today, and I said, well, Bill Passalacqua was coming in. He's been here before. Just let him in and show him, point which way. And she said, say that 3 times fast. So I made it through at 1.5. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a sec.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I appreciate you tuning in. Bill Passalacqua is here. You can find him there. You see on the screen at Poss Music Works. Let's see, right there. Right there. There. PossMusicWorks.com. That's a good way to get a hold of Bill, as well as Facebook and all kinds of different things. Okay.
There's lots of links on there, too, for our events.
That's exactly right. Our events coming up next summer, next fall, next spring. You just had one just ended up earlier this month, I guess, right?
Down in McKenna, yeah, the Little Grassy Get Down on Little Grassy Lake.
Tell folks what this is. This is really fascinating to me. You had a good crowd for this too, didn't you?
We had our best crowd ever, and really good. Grew a lot, about 100 more than last year, and so that was
down at the Touch of Nature?
Touch of Nature Environmental Center, which is a really cool place. It's like hundreds of acres, many hundreds of acres.
Right.
And it's got the entire camp area where we do it is all like really geared toward people with mobility issues. And so like there's no stairs to climb anywhere.
Oh, really?
Unless you're in,
I didn't
maybe
realize
in a
that.
cabin, there might be a stair or two.
I guess that makes some sense.
All the lodges, there's no stairs. The bathrooms are all built flat on the ground. It's really great. Now, but it's all in Little Grassy Lake, and one of the stages actually is like sort of perched over the lake.
Oh,
so
really?
You sit looking out toward the lake. It's beautiful.
Oh, that is cool.
And then, as you put our mission statement up earlier, kids are free, and this event, Little Grassy Get Down, is especially family friendly.
Really?
So 15 and under are all free for all of our festivals and events. And so, it's...
oh, no kidding. The 15 and younger are free for the Moxon Creek and all the rest?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Little Grassy Get Down, Summer Sundown.
Makes it a family atmosphere.
You know what? But you can't just drop them off. You have to actually...
Well, yeah.
You have to stay with them. At least one paying adult.
Yeah.
So, but so if you have a couple kids... It's
and you mentioned songwriting, some clinics or something like that?
Workshops.
Workshops?
Yeah. And we have a songwriter retreat also at Touch of Nature.
Okay.
In the winter.
Okay, and you haven't had that yet. When's that?
That will be February 29th,
okay.
March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And we're adding to it this year a songwriter festival.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's going to be
well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The Songwriter Fest. It's there are youth. Usually, people are in their teens or something when they start trying to write songs, because as you reach your mid-50s like me, I'm not going to write a doggone song. There's no. I mean, I'm kind of too stuck in my ways. Do you have kids of all ages or people of all ages trying to learn how to improve songwriting skills?
No, I don't. I think you got it wrong.
Maybe
the kids do like to write songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty common.
Yeah.
But and then there's like. Most people in their 20s and 30s are busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
But what we see is a lot of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s taking it up.
Oh, Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, they've maybe been playing music or playing guitar.
Playing guitar, just fiddling around.
And then they discover John Prine or Mary Gaucher or whatever, and they say, I'm going to try that. And yeah, so most of our people were in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. We even had some people in their 70s and 80s.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. How many years had that one going?
This was our first year.
Oh, this was the first time for that?
Yeah, so that was in
23.
March we did it. Yeah, and we had an amazing time. I think everyone was blown away by how productive it was and how peaceful it was out there. I mean,
well, you see, now, that's the thing. This is also being a touch of nature. They've got the horse riding facilities right next to it, don't you? I mean, you have people, you could probably rent horses or something.
Well, you could in that area.
Yeah.
Not on our property.
You wouldn't let the horse riders onto the. I mean, it'd be like cowboy. It'd be like cowboy songwriting.
No, it's a whole new element.
I'm here to help, Bill.
Like I don't have enough going on. No, but they do have mountain bike trails.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, specifically built for mountain bikers.
For now, not moto, not moto.
No, you can't be
These
moto
are these are pedal bikes.
Yeah,
That makes sense. Let me ask you and just get you started on something here that I know that you have begun to take up and is really tremendously interesting to me since I have a 40-mile drive each way from home to work. Tell me, you've started a podcast.
We did start a podcast.
Really?
Pos Music Works. We had this long story about how we got started, but I had this friend, Greg Klima.
Okay.
And he was
Tom Petty.
And Tom Petty night guy.
Yeah.
But he tends to call me when he's frustrated, and he complains about things. So what I've done is I've found ways to divert him.
Really?
Yeah, from his complaint, right? And so rather than just sitting and listen to him kvetch for 30 minutes, what I do is what happened was he's complaining to me about how he can't make a living playing online shows. And I'm like, duh. But
Well, that
rather than
doesn't
say
work.
that, I said, you know what you should do, Greg? You should go through your 10 albums or 11 albums that you have and pick the most popular 10 songs that you have.
Okay.
And put that out. Like, make a playlist on Spotify.
Right.
Greg's most popular songs.
Right.
Or
Greg's
whatever.
favorites.
Yeah, Clima's best, whatever. And do that with all your platforms, and you'll transform your career. And I was just kind of talking, but I realized it
You were
was
talking
advice
out
for
loud.
myself.
Yeah, you basically, instead of giving it to him,
Yeah.
you listen to yourself.
But he did it, and it's really helped him.
Oh, that's
And then
great.
another guy from Chicago area, I told him the same story, and he
Yeah.
did the same thing, and it's really helped him. He said his Spotify listens have gone up way. So that's the basis for this podcast. What are the most popular 5 songs? It's 10 songs is too long
Yeah.
for a podcast. So I said, what's your 5 most popular songs? And Chicago Farmer came on, and he tried to cheat, and I called him out, and we talked. We went back and forth.
It's a subjective thing. How do you cheat on the subjective
Well,
test?
his most popular song on Spotify is called Indiana Road, and
Okay.
it wasn't even on this list. And I was like, dude, it's got to be on your list. It's the most popular song on your Spotify thing. It's like 125,000 listens. Come on, man. And so he's like, yeah, you're probably right. And so there were 2 songs I thought would be on his list and that weren't on his list, but I got him to put one in.
Well, see, that's like what Simple Minds. Simple Minds hate playing. Don't You Forget About Me.
No.
Yeah, it is by far their most popular
Right.
song. They don't like playing it
Ray
because
Riley Hubbard, same thing.
yeah. Well, and
Against the Wall Redneck.
yeah, he won't play Redneck Mother. Doesn't.
Right.
Well, he'll play it, I guess, because he's getting checks.
So I want to finish
Finish your point.
So the podcast is in front of a live audience of 30 or so people.
Now, hold on. I tell you what. Let's take a quick break. You can finish. We'll finish the point about the podcast when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cash TV. Bill Passalacqua is here. We're talking about a wide variety of stuff. We're going to talk about this podcast a lot more, and then give you a sneak peek of the big stars coming in next summer for the Moxon Creek Festival here on Wabash Cash TV. We'll be back right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Bill Passalacqua is here. PassMusicWorks.com. You can go. It is .com, right? Not .org.
.com.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, I think so.
I'll make sure I put the right
That's
thing.
right.
I think it's .com. I want to make sure I had the right thing up there. We're talking about the podcast, the new podcast that you have going, and this sounds like a lot of fun. Getting cool artists to figure out their 5 best thing. How's it working? That's where we were.
Well, it's been great, and I think it's been good for people. But the idea was always to get them to think about what do people want to hear?
Yeah.
You know what you want to play,
yeah.
But what do they want to hear? And I have to remind myself this all the time. When I was on tour with Fred Eaglesmith those years, he would yell at me if I would play a song that wasn't like verifiably my top 5 songs.
No kidding.
He would browbeat me. Like, how many CDs you sell? 4. Well, you'd have sold 5 or 6 if you just played.
If you'd have played the popular one.
Yeah, or Hey Daddy or whatever. So anyway, this has kind of been beaten in my head. And now I'm sort of spreading this gospel. But the nice thing about the podcast is, for someone, you never heard of Alex Teller before, he came on and played his 5 most popular songs. So you got to hear the best he's got to offer.
I did. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, and same with Chicago Farmer, and we had Jamie Harris from Nashville, and National Park Radio.
That's pretty good.
So they play in front of a live audience. And if you want to get invited, the people who get invited first are our sponsors for our
There
festival.
you go.
Yeah. And then the second people that get invited are the board members and their families, and then our volunteers and our patrons and anybody who donates a lot of money. So,
where do you do this? Is it the?
It's at our office, which is in the south side of Effingham.
Okay, I didn't know if you did that at your Wednesday night gigs or
No,
if you
we've
set it
talked
up
about doing that at an open mic if someone had a Wednesday.
Yeah.
But it takes about an hour to record the podcast, and then we take a break, and then they come back and they can play whatever they want.
Oh, really?
And then the audience can ask questions. That's
now that's fun.
But that's not on the podcast.
Do you ever get any interesting questions from the audience or better than yours?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm sure we will. But we started doing that in the last podcast.
Okay. I bet you Chicago Farmer was a tremendously entertaining show for that.
Well, I turned in the second half. I tell this to the people. The producer had just died.
Had passed away,
and there was a lot of grief in our community about it. But we decided to go ahead and do the taping anyway because it was like 5 days later or whatever.
Yeah.
And so in the second half of the show, we're talking about halfway through. I said, "So, Cody, tell me." That's his name, Cody. Cody, tell me what happens when you die. And he looked at me, and it was like I had just violated all the trust between us.
You used to be my friend, Bill.
I know, right? So we're going to go revisit that. We're making a best of the second set episode where we just take some of the stuff. And oh my gosh, that was just a perfect moment.
Where can folks find this? What's the easiest way to find the podcast?
Oh, just go onto Spotify or your Apple Podcasts. It's called The Guest List, and it's also called subtitled presented by Poss Music Works.
Yeah.
So if you have a hard time finding the guest list, you can just add that to it, and I think that'll come right up. It comes right up for me. So
search. Just throw it in your search thing, and
we have 5 episodes made. We have 3 more on the books, and so by the end of the year, we should have about 12 episodes.
And the plan is to do one how often?
Every 2 weeks, every other Tuesday, we try to release.
Every other Tuesday, and I mean, you're probably looking at folks that you have had maybe at the different shows that you've had that you know from your.
I have relationships with.
That you have relationships with. I mean, because over the course of the concerts, you may not have some folks that you have had on shows before because your relationships may not be that good.
Well,
I'm just taunting you now.
Oh, there are people that wouldn't. Yeah, that
probably wouldn't want to.
Refuse to come on. I'll tell you, the person that I want to have, but I'm kind of scared of having, is James McMurtry.
He seems like as rough and gruff as possible.
He's the hardest person to talk to on the planet.
No kidding.
Yeah, depending on his mood.
Yeah.
There have been times when I wanted to talk to him and he didn't want to talk to me, and he played this show that I arranged in Austin, Texas one time, and I was telling him how great he was and how excited I was to talk to him and get him on my show. And he looked at me after about 5 minutes of me fawning over him. He said, "Where can I park the van?" And I was like, okay.
The thing is, James McMurtry would have had his entire life. He has seen that the kind of folks fawning first over his father.
Sure.
And
Larry McMurtry, for those.
Larry McMurtry, Lonesome Dove,
the author,
Terms of Endearment, the whole thing. The prolific Texas author, and then McMurtry has been popular since the late '80s, anyway, right? I mean, because he was in St. Louis in the same weekend as my bachelor party. Half the bachelor party split up to go watch McMurtry, and the other half went to the baseball game.
Fair.
I went to the baseball game. I screwed up.
I met him in Champaign. I was a writer for the Daily Illini before I moved to Texas.
Yeah.
And he was coming through on this album release tour, and I was writing for the Daily Illini. I was a folk music writer, and they didn't send any advance. CBS Records didn't send any advance about the show.
Okay.
So he's sitting on the stoop next to, what's that record store that was something Records?
Oh, gosh.
Anyway,
it's gone.
By Mabel's, right by Mabel's.
Yeah, the one right by, Mabel's gone too.
Is it gone?
Yeah. Mabel's gone.
So he had a show at Mabel's that night, and he was doing the record promo thing. And I showed up, and he was sitting in the stoop next door, drinking a tall boy Heineken in a paper bag. And I was like, "Hey, man, why didn't you guys send any promo?" He's like, I don't know anything about that. I was like, okay. Okay. So it was crazy. 7 of my best friends were there at the show, and that's just us. That was
no kidding. You and 6 others.
Yeah.
So this was probably prior to '92 when all my people saw him.
That was about that time, '93, I think it was.
Yeah. So
it was no promo.
They thought that he puts on a great show.
But he made that record. He made that movie with John Prine and John Mellencamp.
Yeah. That wasn't State of Grace, right? Was that
it?
The State of Grace was the Mellencamp movie.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize he was in that.
He was also an extra in Lonesome Dove, by the way.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I bet you he died. Everybody dies in Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, I think he died.
All right, okay, so let's bring this back to the podcast. Do you think there'd be a chance you could get McMurtry at some time?
I mean, I don't think he would agree to do it, but not because he's too big of an artist, just because
he doesn't come through, for one thing.
He doesn't like to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like to do that kind of thing.
Well,
I don't think. And we're not that good of friends or anything.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There are particular artists who do like that part of the job.
Right. I think Mary Gauthier would do it.
I suspect she'd be really good at it, too.
She would. Her partner, Jamie, did it.
Was that right?
She was our second one, yeah.
Well, I did.
Really great podcast episode, by the way.
So again, there are 5 out there now, and if you want to, if there's one representative of how good it is or how good it is becoming, is the Chicago Farmer the one people to look for?
I think Chicago Farmer is probably the most interesting. Cody and I have known each other for 6 or 8 years now,
Yeah.
8 or 9 years now, and we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of people in common, and I have strong opinions, and he's just a great guest.
Well, that's cool.
He's got a great sense of humor.
I tell you what we're doing, folks. We're talking about the PassMusicWorks.com. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about how you can help those folks out, how you can help bring music into Southern Illinois, and which we need it.
Yeah.
There is.
I have an idea I'm going to share with him.
That's wonderful. We're going to do that, and we're also going to give you a quick secret on who's going to be the big stars coming up at Moxon Creek in next June. Also the dates, right?
June 20th through the 23rd.
All right. Oh, you're back on the
solstice.
The solstice.
Yeah, we love it there.
Well, that's wonderful.
Our wedding anniversary.
Yeah. See, you went off of it this year, but that didn't hurt anything. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a sec.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic Famous Maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory at Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Less money, probably.
I suspect so. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome
We're
back to
talking
Big
shop.
Talk with We're Talking Shop. And Bill Posh just angered me. No, he didn't just anger me. I think I just disappointed. He just made me feel worse for than what I already felt about something.
Well, can I tell him what it was?
If you like. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Please do tell them how you just disappointed me.
So Pass Music Works is trying to help small communities in Southern Illinois and Central Illinois to bring music. And so one of the ideas I have is, we have lots of great bands in the region capable of putting on a fantastic show.
Yeah.
We have sound equipment and lighting equipment. And so if you, say you're in Albion or Albion has
Fairfield.
Albion has Dennis Stromat.
Albion's got Dennis.
Cow.
Dennis is incredible,
He's
an
great.
incredible guy.
But yeah, Fairfield or any of these towns.
Salem, Flora, where?
Yeah.
Only you've done it.
We'll contract the music or whatever you want, tell us what you want, but we'll bring a show and, just give us a budget and we'll provide the sound, the lights, if lights are needed, and we'll recommend talent if you want us to do that too. But we can make this happen for as little as $2,000.
Yeah.
And that's for a town budget, that's pretty good price, I think.
Yeah, that's a wonderful start.
We could bring in 2 acts for that amount of money.
Wow.
And put on a 3.5, 4 hour show, and we have a stage and we have the whole thing.
That is, I'm glad you're telling us about that, because I think people don't realize the access that you guys can provide.
Yeah, I know people from all over the country, touring artists. I know all range of acts from 500 to 50,000. My email address is posmusicworks@gmail.com. So if you know somebody or you want to put on a show, let me know.
Or you can probably go to posmusicworks.com as well,
Yeah,
and
you can go there.
and link there, and for that matter, there's your address right there.
And if you look on Wednesday, you'll see the upcoming artists for the Moccasin Creek Festival.
Okay, now see, God bless you, Bill. You're segueing the show. You're a professional now, aren't you? You're doing these. He's doing these podcasts. He's a pro. This is incredible. Okay, I am so fired up. The Moccasin Creek Festival has been building over the years and years and
This
years.
is our 10th one.
Your 10th one? How's that? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so old. I remember when you didn't even have beer or stuff out there, those are the old days.
The bad old days.
Bad old days.
It's always been a great festival.
It's always been a wonderful.
It's gotten a little bigger every year.
It's getting a little bigger every year. This
tiny though. 500 people, 500 people is not, compared to other festivals.
And the bands. It's not like you're like in the lawn seats at Riverport or whatever.
The worst seat possible in the house is like 200 yards.
And years ago, and this is where you can also find folks on their way up. Right now, you couldn't get into a Billy Strings show without.
They sell out every time.
They sell out every time, and he's going to be like Tyler Childers, and he's going to be playing the Riverports and then that kind of thing, and then you won't be able to get in the lawns for $200 a ticket, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Moccasin Creek Festival, it's a wonderful thing, and you have prided yourself over the years, and I'm not just kissing the butt of the guest, which is, by the way, also a good move. I'm not just kissing the butt of the guest. You pride yourself on bringing in good artists on the way up.
Yeah, we had Billy Strings, 4 shows.
Right.
In 17 and 18, we had Lucas Nelson in our very first one.
Lucas Nelson is huge. Even though he's Willie's kid, he's huge
on his own.
If folks didn't realize he's Willie's kid, they would still think he's great.
Yeah, he's amazing. John Fulbright is outstanding.
John Fulbright's he's a big star. Yeah, he's doing real well. Had a chance to Brandy Carlisle.
Oh my God! Don't talk to me about that.
See, now we've disappointed each other.
That was a hard one to accept.
I suspect.
I had an offer on Tyler Childers, and
I was wondering. I didn't think you ever had Childers there, but I knew you'd tried.
3 people who I didn't get that I wanted to get: Robert Earl Keen, Steve Earle, and Tyler Childers. All 3 gave me numbers that I was really uncomfortable with, and I met those numbers. And then all 3 of them didn't take the offer.
Well, you're not going to get Robert Earl King now.
Nope.
He's quit the gig, and
not going to get Tyler Childers either.
You can't afford Tyler Childers yet.
No.
Yet.
No.
And Steve Earle,
I'll have to catch him on the way down.
Have to really roll the dice a few years from now. Yeah. Okay, so. It's going to be spring. It's going to be the summer solstice, June 20th through the 23rd.
Right.
The next summer of 24.
I can tell him who the Saturday lineup is.
Let's hear it. I would do the drum roll, but it also you can't speak over the drum roll.
Well, I will tell you from early to late in the evening. It's Jamie Harris closing down. Jamie Harris closed down the Shady Stage.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have To Be Determined, and then we have Mary Gaucher.
This is unbelievable. Mary Gaucher is so good.
Grammy-winning artist, and been covered by lots of great performers. But she's great in her own right, and she's fantastic. And the author of for the sake of the song. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Chris Smither, who I've been trying to get since year one.
Blues guitarist out of where?
He's out of Massachusetts now. He's from Louisiana, from New Orleans, and great performer and great songwriter both. You've heard his songs, I promise. And then our headliner for Saturday night.
See, that's the thing. You've already got Gaucher and Smither, and you're not even to the headliner yet.
Our headliner. And our headliner is so exciting. It's Shiny Ribs from Austin, Texas.
Shiny Ribs is coming. Shiny Ribs is coming to Effingham.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to Americana, Shiny Ribs have been around for
10 years.
10 years, and they've been building and building.
You know how I know that?
No, I don't.
Because when I started the festival, I tried to get the Gourds.
Oh, really?
I loved the Gourds, and they're a great festival band.
Well, Gourds were a big deal back then, too.
And I was willing to spend for them, but their agent said, sorry, Kevin Russell has started a new band, so the Gourds are on hiatus. His new band is called Shiny Ribs. Perhaps you'd like to book them. And I was like, I never heard of them. Dope.
I wonder how many decimal points you had to move the thing over to get this.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So Shiny Ribs. I'm very excited. Check them out. Go to YouTube. They're great videos.
Shiny Ribs is out saying, I'm excited too. This is going to be a lot of fun next summer, the big Saturday. You have anybody else?
And then closing down Saturday night at the Lake Stage, which is really cool.
Oh, this is
Dennis Stromat and Creole
You
Stomp.
got Stromat?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
I've been so excited about this.
I can't blame you a bit. Have you seen him play in the washboard?
I don't think I saw him play the washboard.
Oh,
I've seen the
great.
fiddle and the accordion.
Well, he'll bring
we never had Cajun or Zydeco music at our festival before.
He'll bring Stromat's great.
But think about Shiny Ribs into that. Isn't that fun?
That is as much fun. Make plans now, for crying out loud. Yeah. I'm gonna have to clear my calendar because I didn't make it. I didn't make it this summer, and I felt terrible about it.
Well, you were rolling.
I was. Yeah, that's right. I was. I was incapacitated. But now I'm walking.
You look great, man. You look great.
Thank you so much. You do too.
Thanks.
We can sit here and
We found out we're the same exact age. We have the same birthday.
Very close. Very close.
Same year though.
Okay. Now, Shiny Ribs. Okay. Stromat. So Stromat's the 11 o'clock show.
11 to midnight. It's going to set that place on fire.
It's going to set that place on fire, and I hope he brings the washboard. He's got his kids playing with him.
I'll bring my washboard.
Bring one because they'll play it, and or you can join in.
And Oliver Stack with the trumpet and the accordion. Oh my God, he's going to jump in on that show.
He played a show at Olney for Olney's 175th anniversary or something like that 3 or 4 years ago, and it was about 100 degrees, he just burned it down. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I've had Stromat on the show numerous times, and he'll play Cajun if you want. He can do his Ray Price stuff.
Oh yeah, he did a Jim Croce record.
Oh really? I haven't heard that.
Jim Croce. I haven't heard it yet. I just saw it on Spotify yesterday.
Well, I didn't know he did that because he did 2 Ray Price records along with the original Cherokee Cowboys or whatever.
Cool.
The original. He was able to find all these guys.
Wow.
And they were old. And he got them out and had them recording and that kind of thing.
Or Johnny Bush, was he in that band?
Might have been. Well, he was. That's the steel guitar guy, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Of course, the Steel Guitar Festival.
I think he played on a song on that Jim Croce record.
I believe you're right. Yeah, he probably would have because Stromat knows. That's a great get, by the way. Getting Stromat up there.
He's so talented and so focused on all that stuff. It's really amazing.
Well, he's so talented.
I couldn't believe he lives in Albion, Illinois.
That's the thing. That's the good point about Poss Music Works, that trying to bring musical satisfaction or musical understanding to Southern Illinois, because there's awareness. That's what the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Well, that's just great.
Words is what I do.
The thing is, it's what I'm supposed to do too. No, it really is.
You do great.
Well, you see, now, ladies and gentlemen, you do a great job on your podcast. Here we go. We're just complimenting each other again, even though I promised music on the description, and we
promised.
Huh?
You promised. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the ice melts away, do the Cubbies still play their ivy-covered karaoke
We'll see y'all next time, folks, on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Go to PossMusicWorks.com and check it out. See y'all next time. That's great.